Ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. We are at a point in time where with Call of Duty news, we do not know the future of the homestand events and their dates currently. We all know they will be moved online, and we'll talk about that in a second here. But we're certainly at a point in time without the events and knowing the dates so far, Call of Duty news could be drying up shortly. So I'm going to give you guys a few topics for the future of videos you guys want. Leave a comment down below what you want to see. A few topics I've been thinking about have certainly been the Atlanta FaZe. We got Ferocities, we got Florida, we got Teep, we got Hector Rodriguez, and other stories like Killa. If you guys want videos on either of those topics, make sure to comment one of those words down below. If you guys want it, I can make a video on it. Trust me, I will try my best to entertain all of you guys who subscribe to the channel. Talking of which, though, and a huge question to all of you guys out there as well, is who is the most pressure going to be on? We now know for a fact all of the homestand events will be canceled. We talked about this past weekend, Hector Rodriguez and NRG, of course, with their homestand event in Chicago, potentially losing $1 million or more, or at least losing out on insane profits. But with that, the huge debate now being which team is under the most pressure and which teams have the biggest advantages when it comes to playing online. Obviously, top two answers out there are going to be the Dallas Empire and the Atlanta FaZe. The huge question now is who is the most pressure on, and I think it's got to be a team like the Empire, right? Especially when they doubled down, when this announcement was made just last week, when you have Hastro and the team and the players all joking about it, but all subtly knowing they have the advantage of being inside a facility, having Texas internet, which we all know is supposed to be fantastic, and we know the preseason scrims, the dominant team out there before with Atlanta FaZe streak we also heard about was the Dallas Empire. Now, shortly after, the only team apparently online during early scrims and throughout most preseason scrims that could actually split maps with the Atlanta FaZe was the likes of Dallas Empire, and then FaZe went on their crazy, 94-1 streak, apparently a 50-plus streak, then a 40-plus streak of map wins online. So certainly, those are our two top dogs. Me and our team out here have talked about, could they run away with it? Could it be event after event after event where we see if they are at both of the event, or at least when it comes to one of them being there, Dallas Empire and Atlanta FaZe always making grand finals and slowly chugging away from other teams out there? It's certainly very likely. So who is under the most pressure? I would say probably the Empire. They certainly still have Crimsix. He's kind of laid off the villain card a little bit, but I expect that villain card to return if they do win another title or another chip. I'm just super curious to see what's going to be happening as these events slowly do come to fruition with their dates. Will these two teams live up to the expectations and live up to their internet hype? And especially when other teams out there continue to make changes, I think, obviously, when we talk about other esports out there, when the top teams are remaining consistent with their lineups and the not so top teams continue to change their lineups, usually that favors the steady, heavy hitting teams. I think Astralis from Counter-Strike is the best example of this. They have not changed their roster in a couple years at least now, and meanwhile, every team trying to chase them is making these changes, and changes obviously can make you better, can progress you, but they can also regress you and potentially make you worse. One of those teams out there now opening up their flexibility and finally actually going to utilize their entire lineup during scrims or practice of some sorts. That's going to be the Subliners, now dead last in the league. Guys have won one series, I do believe, all season long, and we've talked about Censor time and time again. I did mention last week in a video that he would not be playing this season of Call of Duty League. Let me clarify, in that same video, I did say, would I be surprised if he did get the chance to play, given their current performance? If it does continue, no. And I do want him to play as well. They have now opened up and said, yes, we'll actually be utilizing our entire roster during scrims, which is very curious. Certainly two sides of this. You love to see new guys like Mac. Obviously, he's going to probably get some time in place of Happy. Zero, he might still get a chance if he's not traded away. And a guy like Censor will also get his time. But does the team want to scrim, want to practice with their sub players? You know, that's of course, as a civilian, as a viewer, you want to know. You are very curious about that. Is there a reason why the Subliners have not been scrimming or pracking and actually using their entire lineup? Is there some sort of feud, some sort of chemistry issues? They don't want to play with all of their people. At least now they are going to, as they move to online events. We will see if Censor gets his shot, and I already can see it. Even if he does, it'll be online. And so even if he does well, there's going to be people saying it was online. It doesn't matter. It's so easy to predict with everyone hating on the guy, but either way, New York Subliners, amidst many other teams out there, still making changes, still progressing their team out, and trying to, of course, make top 6 by the end of season, or at least top 8, and we will see if they can make it there. I am slowly trying to make these videos out there. A quick refresher for all of you guys who want to comment down a subject. If you guys want this video ASAP, make sure to, leave a comment or something else of the sorts. I got video ideas for Teep, Hector. We also have Pharaoh, Florida Mutineers, Atlanta FaZe, Adderall, Killa. I can make some stuff work. So if you guys want that stuff, stay tuned on the channel. I will continue to produce content whether or not we have Call of Duty events, guys. And if you want to check out other esports and gaming news, I do that too. Until next time, take care. Stay safe out there, all right? And I'll see you guys back here sometime soon.